Hello, good evening, and welcome to this new moon eclipse light language event, all about opening up our consciousness, changing our consciousness, expanding it, tuning in to the new version of ourselves who is rising strongly, powerfully, beautifully. And yeah, let's just see where this journey takes us. We don't know, so let's go find out. But the first thing I want to say, and I think we'll all agree with it, and that is we hate change. As human beings, we are absolutely lousy at changing anything. You know, changing house, changing our wardrobe, changing our diet. It doesn't matter what it is. We are absolutely appalling at allowing any form of change to come through. You know, we love to hold on to what was, hold on to the way things were because we knew it and we felt safe in that moment. We felt comforted by all the things and people and relationships that we'd surrounded ourselves with. And even though they may not suit us, even though they may bring us down, stress us out, we still held on to them. And we held on to them because we knew them. And so we just became really, really bad at change. We became really bad at letting go of anything. But mostly, you know, the one thing that comes up, the worst thing that we were always struggled to let go of, was an old version of ourselves. We struggled to let go of that vision of ourselves that we had. And it might be that we look back and we see a vision of ourselves which we thought was beautiful and perfect and divine. And we thought, well, that's the person I have to be now for the rest of my life going forwards. But then we can also hang on to a part of ourselves that we disliked, part of ourselves that was about punishment and pain and difficulty and challenges, and we hang on to that because we think that that is who we are and who we will always be and who we deserve to be. And so we sit in that relationship. And this wonderful Libran new moon eclipse, it is so truly about relationships, how we relate to other people, how we relate to the world, but also how we relate mostly to ourselves, because everything that we relate to outside of ourselves is actually based on our relationship with the one person that we spend all our time with, and that is ourselves. There is nothing out there that isn't already existing within here. You know, it all stems from us. We are, as I have talked about recently, we are the most creative energy. We are this incredibly creative powerhouse, and what we believe, what we think, what we hold in here, in our hearts and in our minds, this is what plays out across the world. All our relationships are just a reflection of how we feel about ourselves, of who we are within ourselves. And so this incredible new moon eclipse in Libra, the sign that is trying to find balance, that is trying to create a sense of balance within our lives. This moment, it is asking us to redraw, to reassess the relationships that we have created in this world. And that means reassessing and redrawing and recreating the only relationship that actually truly matters anywhere in this world. And that is the relationship to ourselves, to how we feel about our journey, how we feel about who we see every day, who is in the mirror, who is there to greet us every morning, who it is that we go to bed with every night and dream about. Everything is about us. And that is the most important relationship of all time. And we have become, over time, stuck. You know, our consciousness, what is our consciousness? Our consciousness is the room in which we live. So here we are, we're existing within one room. What have you filled it with? Is it full of all your old junk? Or is it empty with plenty of space for new energies to come in? Do you keep things in there under lock and key, hidden away so that nobody else can ever find them, including yourself? Do you have a dark corner where you keep all your mysteries and secrets and shame? Is there a cave in there that you crawl into? You know, this is our mind. It is everything. And so much of our consciousness is locked down in this pattern, in this habit, and says, well, this is who you are. You cannot be someone else because this is the person that you have always been. And there is the assumption. If this is the person that you have always been, this is your foundation, and therefore, we think, we're going to be that person for the rest of our lives, for the rest of eternity. And in doing so, we have condemned ourselves to the poverty that we find ourselves in, to the life of shame that we live, to the embarrassment, to the poor relationships, the whatever it is. When we keep it there, we have condemned ourselves to live that life and that life only forever. Now, what happens if we change our consciousness? What happens if we decide to expand our vision, to expand our views, not just of the world, but of ourselves? If we decide and we think one day, maybe I can do more, maybe I am more, what would happen to my life if I step out of shame and embarrassment? What would happen to my life if I opened the door to other possibilities? Good evening, Michael. Thank you for being here. But what would happen? The immediate thought that we have is, oh my God, my world would collapse because I would be proved a failure. I would step out there, I would take that risk, and my world would collapse because I know what would happen. I know exactly what would happen all the times. They'll just be repeated. Every time I have been a failure would just be repeated as I go forward. This is what we think. This is the way we've been trained to think, to believe that this is our only value. But this is what changing our consciousness means. It means evolving. It means allowing space for happiness, for joy, for possibilities. It means getting out of the mud in which we find ourselves. You know that phrase, stuck in the mud. We put ourselves there. And every thought that we have, every idea that we carry from the past to the present, we then project into the future, because this is it's all we seem to be good at. But again, that is a lie. That's what you've been told. You have had your possibilities shut down by the system, by all the people telling you that you'll be no good. And it takes an awareness to change that. It doesn't take wisdom. It doesn't take learning. It doesn't take courage. You've got the courage already. You're here living on earth. You have this courage. All it takes is an awareness and a decision by each one of us to change our mind, to change our thought process. We can all do it. We've all changed our mind. We've all changed loads of things in life, as much as we hate change. But we've done it. And suddenly when we think, oh my God, I'm going to change something massive in my life, we surround it by all this negativity. And we say, but now I can't do it because it's deliberate, because I'm pushing forward in order to do it. Well, what if you don't? I mean that. It's as simple as that. What if you don't? What if you actually relax back into yourself and say, this time I can do it. This time it's going to be easy. Not by beating yourself up, just these really simple supportive words. You know, I come on here and people go, it must be so easy for you. You know, you just go on and talk and you look so confident. Didn't used to be. And every now and again I can come on here and I sort of think, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? And I feel my energy rising, thinking, oh, I'm going into panic. And then just as I've told you, I come back into myself, I sit here and I say to myself, I've got plenty of wisdom. I've got plenty of light to share, plenty of love to share. I have all these amazing light beings around me. Of course I'm going to find enough to talk about. Of course I'm going to talk to you about the topics that you need. And I calm. And I come back in. And in that moment, I expand my consciousness. Because now I'm looking into a future and I'm saying it's all going to be great. It's all going to be fine. I don't know. This call could drop out any second. But I am determining that everything's going to be great. Because I'm releasing the past. I'm releasing those moments when I would come on here and think, oh my God, I have nothing to talk about, it's all going to go wrong. That was the past. Now is now. Tomorrow, I haven't got a clue what it will be. But we can only be now. And that attitude of being in the now, being present, that really helps open up our consciousness. It really helps us view the world in a different way. Because when we hold fear and panic and worry and dragging all that stuff from the past, those are the glasses we put on. And so we look out on the world and we go, well, of course it's going to be terrible because that's the way I'm looking at it. But that's not reality. That's just your opinion of the world. It is how you are viewing it through tainted glasses, tainted by your past. And this comes back to our relationship with ourselves. How old am I? 54, hang on. 30 years ago, I can't think back anymore. 30 years ago, I found some old diaries of mine when I first really started on my healing journey. And they were quite shocking. How much I hated myself, how in pain I was. Now, am I going to keep that? Am I going to look back and go, oh wow, look, on September the 7th, I wanted to kill myself? No, I'm not going to do that. That was then. My relationship with myself back then was based on different parameters than it is now. My relationship back then was based on an upbringing that wasn't joyful. It was based on moments in my life that were difficult and challenging. But I grew. I grew out of this pain. I grew into a person who now loves herself, myself. I love myself. A person who wants to share light, a person who believes in the best in humanity, a person who believes that this world is going to be absolutely fine. Why? Because my relationship with me has fundamentally shifted. I now trust the world because I trust myself. It's as simple as that. I love the world because I love myself. My relationships with other people have improved and deepened. Why? Because my relationship with myself has improved and deepened. You see, everything is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. So don't worry about how you're going to change your relationships with other people, how you're going to alter how you feel about the world. Change the relationship you have with yourself. Open your mind up to new possibilities. Open the door to the idea that you could be someone else, that you might just get the job position that you want, that you might get the money that you want, that you might look in the mirror one day and say, I love myself. Just open the door. You don't have to force yourself through it. You just need to allow yourself the possibility of being someone else, of having that positive relationship with who you are. And from there, it all shifts. But this is where it begins. So many self-help gurus will tell you, do this, do that, take all these millions of steps every day. You know what? I tried it. It doesn't work. It just doesn't, because it's too much going on. Come back to that one very simple thing of appreciating and loving the person that you're with right now. The person who could do with a hug from you. The person who just wants to be loved. That's all you're asking for. I keep coming back to this. I see it again and again. The person you are is just asking for love and joy and respect. And it's not too much. It's not too much to ask. It's not an over-expectation. It is the simplest things of life. Know that you're worth it. Know that you can open the door, no matter your past, no matter what's gone on, no matter what pains you are carrying, no matter what pains you think you need to carry. You don't. You don't need any of them. And you can literally leave your past behind. It's just a choice. You know, I have these beautiful star beings and light beings with me right now who are going, tell them it's a choice. Just tell them they can do it. They can leave everything behind. Because you can. At the same time, our mind goes, no, you can't. You have to work through it. You have to go into the shadow. You have to deal with it. You have to go down to the core of your pain. You know, I spent years trying to find the core of my pain. When you get there, there's nothing there. Because there is no core. There is no moment. There is no moment in time that caused all of our pain. You can spend decades searching for it. I did, not because someone told me to. I did it for myself because, I don't know, I read it somewhere. It just doesn't work. What works is letting go. What works is changing how you feel about yourself simply, easily, and just letting go of what no longer matters. And stop telling yourself it's going to be hard, because it won't be. Well, it might be hard if you tell yourself it'll be hard. But if you decide it won't be hard, it won't be. That's the power of the mind. You need to understand the incredible power of your mind. And that when you say it's going to be easy, it's going to be easy. Use that power. Embrace the new you. Welcome them in. And be open to whoever they are. Doesn't matter who they are. They're still lovable. They still deserve love and respect and joy. And they're not going to be with you forever, because the next day you're going to be someone else. And they too will deserve your love. It's just about flowing. But choosing which river you want to flow in. Do you want to flow in the one that is full of your past, full of your pains? Or do you want to flow in the beautiful new river that will take you to new adventures? It's your choice. Make your choice. And if you don't do it this time, it's fine. There'll be another opportunity. Take the pressure off and start being easy with yourself. Joyful. So there you go. That's all I have to say. It's easy really, isn't it? So they tell me. So I brought out some cards. And this time they were most insistent that we used the Starseed Oracle. Some of my favourite cards. And the first one that comes up is Fall Into My Arms. Isn't that lovely? And I love this one because it was all about letting go of our polarities. The right and the wrong, the good and the bad, the asleep and awake. You know, we have judged everything as being on one side or the other. And it's like, you know, there's a lot of fighting going on in the world right now, and people are being encouraged to take a side. This side's good, that side's bad. This is the way to weakness. This is the way to division. And what we need to do is realize there are no polarities. We are actually all oneness. Everything is energy. All people are in the same oneness. And when we start realizing that, we create balance. We come back into that beautiful oneness. But it doesn't suit. It doesn't suit the current agendas of the world. So we're encouraged to keep fighting and keep fighting with ourselves. And as I said, the world is a reflection of our internal struggle. So the more we struggle against ourselves, the more we tell ourselves what a terrible person we are. And the other side goes, no, you're not. The more we engage in this battle, the more we will battle with the world around us. So, you know, I got the message of let Mother Earth just nurture you. And it reminded me how Mother Earth just changes. You know, I'm sitting here with a hot water bottle because the weather changed today. It suddenly got chilly. And so we've suddenly gone from warmth into cool. And then we'll go into cold, and we go from summer into autumn and into winter. And these seasons just happen. They just change. There's no struggle about it. We don't see the weather fighting to stay. No, I mustn't change. They just change. It's a beautiful cycle. And we want to flow just like the seasons. And so Mother Earth just invites us to come back into her. Come back into the nature of who we are. Back into oneness. Mother Earth doesn't fight herself, and nor should we. Then we have a lovely card called Star Brothers. Isn't that gorgeous? And this talks about the new us, the new earth, the new life, the new possibilities. And in doing so, we need to be open to new support, to new energies flowing in, to new helpers, new guides. They're all there for us. And I've had some really crazy sort of star beings and guides come in, and sometimes they've come in at night and they've been really scary because I'm in a dark room and this dark figure standing there thinking, oh my God, who are you? But this is us. This is just what we do. We're scared of new things. But they say to us, just accept the help. There's nothing coming to us now that is awful. Just be open to the divine help that is being offered. Because it really is there to make life easier for us, to bring us into joy, into love, and to help us open the doors to the incredible being that we actually are, and to help us recognize that and wake up to the fact that this is who we are, to wake up to our truth of this amazing, dynamic, beautiful, sparkly light being that is actually us and not who we're told we are. So again, we can end that fight there of I am human, I'm a star being, I'm a physical being, I'm a spirit. We're actually everything. We are the whole lot. And yes, it all resides within us. So don't fight yourself. And then, this card did come up. I did not pick this. I didn't mentally choose this. It actually came up, and it's a new earth. Okay, and this is about having extreme trust in your journey. Really, you can trust it. You can let go. You can still have desires and all this, but you can trust that what you want, that where you want to go, that who you are becoming is absolutely right for you and for the new earth, because the new earth is actually us. We are the new earth. We are carrying the pattern. We carry the energy of this new earth. So while we talk about saying we want to build a new earth, we want to ascend, we have to do it because it is us. It is us building that new and beautiful relationship with ourselves. This changes the earth. So if we want people to love each other, we have to love and accept all of us in every moment. As we change, as we grow, we help everybody and we help the earth by doing this for ourselves. We carry ascension within us. We are the key. So embrace all the energy of who you are and just love yourself. I know it sounds simple, but it is if you choose it to be. All the energy is there to help you. Just make the choice. Every day, every moment, keep making it, keep reaffirming it. And you'll get past any of the old programming, because that's all it is, programming. We reprogram our computers. We reprogram the thermostat. We reprogram the car. You can also reprogram yourself. Much easier than a computer, because a computer doesn't have sentient choice. You do. Now, we're going to go and see what beautiful light beings wish to bring some light language through. They're standing right behind me. So, get yourself comfy. Relax. Open your heart to the new you. Open your heart to oneness of who you are. Allow your mind to relax and be open to everything that you can be. You may not know who that is or what that is, but open to it. Yeji mayu taparashko the patashin kizora nashi as I do to the bramorata tatsikine. Jimbuta barato to the Nokodekiski Midioja. Nam you don't get but the to teach you to Kashimi Shiadora Tapasaki Corbata Kishu, do na Ishmera. Mana butu patasi padona daishka uradazi. Mur patata tukun murakai utarshki. Shinyayi wada patsakanai to branda to shiki branoka ibaradan to kushki bata tishunaya. Maramdiziki morai. Ayini da muta patata pakiato da namishkorojika. Sunda junda, shindomno junda para to shite, presinto darma junda para tato shikbrota tishindo, junda tashi, me yarmata simi hot percare oya. Marinda zinto de morasho, ora, ita para kishkura da bate simaraoya, numonarunda. Murazik piudara ljnike, ora hitsishinya. Marabitando to tishit kura patata niwa le doranda, tata bayin nuro patata marpatata donda petora. Ma imundano. Nendo tabano do parando tutikio. Shukujna, marapatizino darmi, tabarno to tashit hora iska, manishka, marapatundishka, nemaya. Monazinia, roborado daro, sku and nemesimarana, barado to tashinigoya. Nemodorinska, Marina Morobnotkasta, orante to kundra, huriki kosha. Nimurs, nemare, but to the Nuya, Mora, in the Borno de Kuta, Kilgayo, Potoyati, Manamia, Puna, and the Tekura. Noarajina, Marabutuno Tochi, Chichibrosa, Yata, Manjuana, Marabatasi, Konagura, Terezuna, Meradanska, Maraonorn, the Tashi. Menuta si tutto para ora da tenski undica, ite per non sciutto a shitsu to prendo da taja, ma indo armbo to tashi, io hotap, kiwara batano jud, muratasnia barati, niamusa, mena, mora batata bajunuka kia duransko, jinjua iska. Nimaro, atisk, awara rabra, udurin kishukora kaksita, marinska, maraduna tatashi, nimuradazna. Maruduna rabarunukushi, kua, radasi, myundiaro toshi, arazinia. We have to empty our mind of all that was, empty our mind of all the restrictions, of all the lies, all the rubbish that we were given. Mitutushka, sinja, barodotashikuta kashkutara, patukushkisha, miaramotasi, mitanyatasi, minyanatukurikio, niminabarotaruchikuta, tachikuta, kuripikuturakashkotia. Ni morandasa, erediska, mudara, murabasi, tienda, tichura katashi, tiunjasa. Uyunyarombora das, iurnara potorashikos, kiurana maratorishiku, kuayata, pasida para tutochico, jiba, isha, hunja, na yimaratasi, nimuha. Murawa, morada, mora patata, tutotiudasi, shunjoa. Hai matasi, mayuto to kurkuashe siasa paratisa. Huisham yata baikesi, muya dianda takajiko shio, shikushamaya sukushika pashiyasam yatatasi. Shuashasa, shiasamoshaza, shuashimosea tatoshi, huetesha kasia, mosha tutasha, shuzisha, shuandazia. We have to just fill our minds with space, the space of love, the space of light. It is a trait of humans to want to program another. Right from when we are young, we are programmed, we are told who we are. And then we come to the moment when we are given the chance to discover ourselves. And this is our chance. This is the moment that we need to embrace, to take, to cast aside all that we have been given, to open to the light, to open to the love. Wahido numra koreshik basei tanjata simishi mpotopraka weisha yahima sima wayatoko yahima wahine kujo koraso jaizita machanchi sekati and koshi shoijosa. When you know and you understand that the universe gave us completely free will, when you understand that the universe does not judge what we do nor who we are, then you begin to realize that there is no shame in whatever it is that you wish to do. or who you wish to be. The support for your truth is always there and is always unlimited. And this is the truth that we need to realize and need to awaken to. Minjon the Kersu, Kusu, Kosukarabata, Kuya, Kumakai, but the Kopski, whatever the Kuski, but under Kushi. Shinji Sikurish, Komukiamba to Rebekio, to Jiduko to the Karwashin, Kuishin, the Karpatki, and Dorkashkasaya. Under Kajora Massa did to Murakorapataka, but Karikimaka. We did the keyboard on the Patka on Tatakuya, Kukaya Baradurkonskia. Yet the Namijon, the Baranet Kimara, go to Rapachku and the Tiana Baratasi. And then Jizan that to Baratadoro, but do not that abroad to Barachi could open the Paranatapasi. Chitudama, Yemaro down Nambakoshi, Medina Nada. Nadi marata maratorasha kuramsi bu aite barata matarash kuya tarasu kumike dukrum betkatam kabara jindu majian and jimata na timur patam no dukarbish coraja chinjeta ta site para kurbish kawaya tabati para marata tuju korokasi chimoda na kai skiprandash kura datosha Shunji, Murapana, Kodana, Karakun Kiwoshki, Bua, the Pramasi, Ima the Paratanda to Koraki, Ocean Kara, Ita Magina, Maudanama, Maiske, Maite Prognash, new Repetron Koraka, is nice number of the Parano Koraki, over and then you cover Kundukakish Koraza, Tapata teacher, go and Maracar, what the Kima, in the other Zunibu Aska, the Yitara. We have this idea that if we don't know who we are becoming, then we assume that we will become a bad person. This is the energy we project forward. And actually, just because we don't know who we will become, that does not make us bad. That does not make us dangerous. We have to let go of this incessant need for control of who we are, control of who we will become. The future is unknown. It is unwritten. All we know is it is based on love, and the more love, the deeper the loving relationship that we can have with ourselves, with our own hearts, and fill our mind and our heart with love, the more certain it is that we are building a beautiful future. So this is where we're going. And the certainty that we will love ourselves is already there. Because we have been gifted that already by the universe. So in truth, what is there to worry about? Absolutely nothing. Just be kind, be loving to the one person who truly matters in your life. You. All you have to do. From there, the rest will flow. Marasia. Marasia. Mahindikasi, Kuindikasi, Kuindakasi, Jenyasa. Just allow the love in. Muradabarkiwashia. Open your heart to it. Murambataj Kushindikasia. It is all there for you. My demo do you want to get more koshia? Don't need to do anything with it. Just be it. Musi yushishu kosi kushkus gyotor kojenya. Jishan yasia. Chinjumodo donanya oti motinu kone manikiun korekash oshia shunjitasia. Nyamahi dan yapatasi. Jundoron kasha. Jidasia. Jimata. Kora karokoya, kona katakarokoya, kamarakatabrekiwa, shitaja, tiamoja, Nyaizi hatia deotoja, simoja, nyahinjkeju. They ask you to just feel the rays of love. Me and them mora bare dijnukwe. Dia dua shadia, zamadia, jotuja diania, patotokoshkati, sidia, diamada paratoje. We hambodar nakaje. Dianja si de dobratata tijun nakayoa. Maidetsia. Just feel those rays of love that are always being sent from the universe to you, to your heart. Jiwa diama, jayanasia. They are there for you. You deserve them. They are meant for you and for everybody. You do deserve this. Breathe it in. Take it in. It is the gift for you, and you are worthy of it. It is there to activate, to awaken your inner light so that you become the new earth. The light you will find everywhere. When you look at a flower, when you find a waterfall, when you're by the sea, when you look at your child's face, everywhere you look that you see beauty, there is the ray of love to touch your heart. Take it, breathe it in, and allow it to change who you are. So that's all I have to say, which I think is enough. It's quite a lot. Oh, well, after that, I hope you sleep well. It's a lot of energy to absorb and to work with and to settle into ourselves. Oh, so thank you for being here with me. Thank you for allowing me to be a channel for light language for you. And I thank also all my star beings and guides who are here with me. Oh, colours were amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm honoured to be able to pass these messages on to you. It's part of my truth and who I am and why I'm here. And I have learnt to love this. So thank you. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks because we have the next eclipse, but I'll be on Zoom this time. I'm giving that a go, and absolute bliss. God bless you. I'll be on there because I know a lot of people have said how can they offer a donation, which is very kind, and the way it's set up now, you will be able to if you wish to. It's not mandatory. You are welcome to join. But I'll be back, as I say, in a couple of weeks for the next eclipse. So thank you so much, and many, many light blessings to you. Bye-bye.